Bada bing, bada boom. In
Yes.
3, 2, 1. It's the Shant and Ari podcast, you guys. Episode number 41. Shant, how you feeling tonight, big guy?
Feel good. You went right into it. Like, no, little stupid joke. No, just straight into it today, huh? You're ready.
I'm ready because I got a lot to say, and I don't want to get cut off by that stupid alarm that at minute 40 that usually cuts me. Motherfucker, man. Fuck that thing. You know, I listened to episode number 1 earlier.
Oh, yeah? Good. Get our views up, man. How was it?
It's kind of interesting. 5 years ago today was the title of episode number 1. Shat on my ex in that episode. You talked about Betty and you guys getting married. And very interesting. That was, can you believe it? That was almost 7 months ago.
Jeez. We're still doing it, huh?
Yeah. So anyway, how you holding up over there, big guy?
Holding up good, man. Things are back, opening up. The gym opened up today or yesterday, I think. So I'm going to give it a day or two and get in there.
You have a hazmat suit that you're going to be working out in? Does Adidas have a new hazmat suit that they're...
No, but I think they said, because my buddy went to the gym and they said, bring your own towel, to clean the corona.
Right.
That's going to...
Right. Very, very interesting. I don't think I'll be going to a gym until like 2022. Which reminds me, I've been doing some, not tonight because I got lazy tonight, but I've been doing some outdoor activity, and I wanted this podcast to sort of revolve around a little bit about, did I fully drop the fact that I quit smoking?
No. So, what are we going to talk about today? And then you'll talk about what you're doing right now physically and mentally. And what's the episode today, man? Fill me in. I'm behind, please.
So yesterday night, I got finished running that 1.5 miles or whatever. And we got on the phone and we started discussing the fact that, okay, like you guys we have a podcast, and I neglected to mention over the last few weeks just how prolific quarantine has been on my general being, just my general existence.
Yeah.
At this point, if you're not aware, if this is like you're just getting caught up and you haven't listened since like episode number 34, I gave up soda. I gave up smoking. I haven't watched a porn in probably like 3 weeks.
Have you been playing Xbox?
I haven't been playing Xbox that much. Sako can attest. I don't think there's been a day in the last like 3 weeks that I haven't done either push-ups or ran. What the fuck is going on?
So tell everyone. So I want everyone to understand, like, first of all, soda, like people are like, oh, it's only soda, but you drink Diet Coke. Let's be clear.
I drank more Diet Coke as a kid than I did milk.
And water combined. And you've probably been smoking for probably half your life?
Half my life, yeah.
Every day?
Every day.
Never skipped a day of smoking?
Never took a day off.
Cold turkey. You never exercised, really? I mean, I think I could...
never actually completed the mile in middle or high school. And I ran more miles in the last week or two than I have combined in my life. So it's just strange. It's just very strange.
It's a big adjustment for you. That's a lot of things that's going on at one time.
I am almost embarrassed. And that is the point of this podcast. It's like, dude, you're doing all these many great things and you're almost scared to tell anybody anything. Like, you don't want to own up to the fact that you're doing So am I the only what do you not like was this not like a common trend in last night's sort of like quick combo?
Yeah. Yeah. But why are you embarrassed?
It's almost like I don't want to put myself on the spotlight. Which is like dude, I'm on YouTube. We have a podcast. But it's like, dude, I want it to be like
yeah, like personal stuff, right? Like
right.
YouTube, you're just doing videos on cars and you're, like talking about content. Podcasts, we're just
like I'm trying to help you. I'm not trying to flex.
yeah. And then you feel, you're doing something good for yourself. It's like, oh, I don't want people to know because, I don't want to jinx it, and I don't want people to be like, oh, he thinks he's so cool because he's fucking working out now and he's not smoking. What is he, a health fucking guru all of a sudden?
Right. I don't want to lose that connection, that like relatability with anybody, which is about to get so much worse because Shant, you were telling me you gotta say it. Bro, I'm picking up my Porsche tomorrow, which is still very, very weird.
You sound like a douche.
Yeah.
Porsche. So you got a brand new Porsche, huh?
My mom's pissed, man. She doesn't want anybody knowing. And that's the problem. This is the whole point, I think.
Yeah. We talked about
to jump into, man. I want you to take the reins of this topic for a second because I want you to break down for me, Shant, just how relatable what I'm talking about right now is to you. Because clearly I've been giving you all the shit that I'm trying to shy away from talking about. How easy is it for you to relate to what I'm saying right now? What has that been like for you?
I mean, dude, it's we grew up literally the same, bro. It's the same fucking, lineage, right? I think you said that yesterday, but when I bought my first investment property, my dad was like, don't say anything to anyone. And I'm just like, why? He's like, Mia said, don't say it.
Distasteful.
Yeah, it's like, you're not allowed to tell anyone you got. I'm like, okay, good thing he's not on Instagram.
Yeah, like, oh, here's what you guys do if you're going to buy an investment property like I just did, Bob.
And then we got a duplex, kind of like a family thing. And, my dad kind of did it. And, he's like, don't tell anyone. When you talk to your aunts, talk to your uncles, talk to you guys, don't say anything, because.
Why is it so bad? Why do they make it seem like it's such a bad thing to talk about?
That's what we used to do. Like till right now, you were probably going to go 3 years without anyone knowing you drove a Porsche.
It's so scary, man. I don't even want to, I don't want to go to ARF meetings.
Yeah, you're just like park like 3 streets down, walk like, oh guys, now just walk.
An Uber everywhere instead of my own fucking car
So why do we do that? Well, obviously because of our parents, but I think it comes from just like, we don't want to get jinxed, right? We don't want to get questioned, right? Because, oh, why'd you get it? Are things going really good for you? Oh, and then it's like, you did it, but then you're going to get the other side of like, oh, you did it, but you probably did it wrong. Like you should have got the, what did you get? What's a better version of what you got?
All of them. I got like the most base. You could go with mine.
Cloth seats.
Sacco's over here. He's laughing. Because he was just talking about the interior. Like, bro, are you embarrassed about the interior? You don't want to talk about you haven't showed us pictures yet of the interior.
Yeah, just the exterior, like side angles, not even full angles.
Yeah. Now I'm positive he's curious to see the interior. So
what happens with Armenians, and I'm sure other cultures, you guys can relate to this, but you Armenians definitely know where we're coming from. We'll go back to me because I don't know what the other version of the Porsche is. So like the duplex we got, right? 2 units, right? Oh, you couldn't get a 4 unit?
He could only afford a duplex.
or it's like, oh, you got it there. Like that's not a good area. Like the negative comes with it.
So what you just said about jinxing kind of hit home for me. It kind of like
Okay.
hit the fuse right now. In jinxing what you have, almost in a way like showing it off, and jinxing it in a way I think as in like you're gonna lose it or you're gonna go back to where you came from, which
And
is
then
zero.
they're gonna see you had something good and then you went back, which
You weren't able to keep up. So that's what just hit home for me. I'm going to tell you a little story, Sean. When I got my first lease, it was on an employee lease on a BMW coupe. I was making payments the moment that the payment was able to be paid because I was so scared that I wouldn't be able to pay it, and it was ridiculous. So that was the quickest story I've ever told in my life. So my bad. So the moral of the story was like I was so worried about making the payment. Meanwhile, I had more than enough money to make the payment, but I was so scared of not being able to make that payment.
yeah, because then people are going to be like, "Oh, what happened?" Right? And I know this is like kind of minuscule and childish to think like this, and some of you probably are like, "Oh, we're fucking retards!" Like, why do you even think of that?
This
It's
is the
just
thing.
we were just raised so weird.
This is fucked. And no, this it's so serious for me to talk about because I finally get to like get a little bit comfortable after this conversation and picking it up tomorrow. Not just picking it up tomorrow, but being able to tell people now that I quit smoking. I haven't announced it anywhere. I haven't announced it on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, nothing. Most people would have been like, guys, I quit. It's been 6 days, 7 hours.
Challenge, right? Fucking push up challenge, like a no cigarette challenge, like
Yeah. Right now, they haven't mentioned shit.
And then, like, when I used to go to the gym, right, super early in the morning, and like people were like, why are you posting that? But I used to do it. And then when I stopped going and stopped posting it, that's when you get the fucking see.
Stop going. Like, no, I didn't stop going. I just stopped posting about going, dick.
No, but then but it's okay. Like, all right, I stopped going a little bit. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. Like, oh, the Porsche, I got knock on wood. It's going to be great. You're going to do good things. But congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Okay, you get the Porsche, things don't work out. Okay, you get a fucking Toyota or Honda. It's still a fucking car. Like,
I'm doing this to get it out of my system, bro. I know in a few years I'm going to be looking to fucking buy a ring, pay for a fucking wedding. Minivan, multiple minivans, who knows? So I just need to get this shit out of the way before I have to wait another 20 years to be able to do it again. So long story short though, man, like my mom hit me with the whole das coronavirus Martik, they don't have work, it's coronavirus, you're out here buying a fucking Porsche, what is wrong with you? Like I got hit with that and it put me in a reality check, bro.
Yeah.
So aside from the whole literally getting thrashed by my parents for doing something that's just felt great.
Yeah.
And, something that would really get somebody pretty excited and happy. Beside that, a lot of people are just generally worried about surpassing their friends, doing better than their friends. And it's annoying. What do you like? Imagine right now, Shant, you were like insanely more successful than, say, I don't know, me, your friends, your brother. It would feel weird. You would lose touch with a lot of people. But hey, you're doing great for yourself. Some people are able to digest that, and some people aren't. Are you right now ready to digest? Yo, I make like 6 times more than this fucking loser. Could you still hang out? Could you still?
I'm trying to be more successful than you. I already told my brother Tavi, I'm trying to make more than him and his wife combined, and fucking shove it right in his face.
So there's that competitive thing going on.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. That was just to my brother, but I love my brother, and we laugh. He's like, "All right, good for you." Like, I don't care. But no, it's a true thing, right? Because like I got a couple houses, right? This, that. Like, I got a comment from one of my friends in our group text messages. Like, we were talking about basketball, and it's like, we had like, we're going to do like a little competition, like find a hoop and do something like a little game, right? Between all of us in our group text, my friends from back, from New Jersey. And then I was like, oh, I don't have a hoop, like, and they're like, oh, what, when you're 18 houses, you don't have a fucking hoop? Like just a little jab.
Oh, wow. They took shots at you for having property?
That's what happens, right? I don't have 18 fucking houses, not yet. See, and that's another thing, like originally I would have been like, no, I don't have 18 houses. And it's like, no, yet. I'm going to fucking get it.
Right.
Like, and it's okay to talk about that. It's okay to say, I want that, right? Like, it's okay to be saying stuff that you want to do and are going to do, right? Because that's what we get things. Because if we don't do it, then it's like, you guys didn't do it. Like, okay, but we could change our minds, Do
you ever get worried about becoming too successful? Is that a thing in the back of your mind? Like, should I do this or should I not? Because I don't want to increase my liability. I don't want to manage another thing in my portfolio. Is that ever the thought?
Yeah. So last year I was getting to a point, right, where I had a stretch where I was with sales. I was doing really good, right? And there was a point where I hit a max where I've never gotten to, like 5 deals in a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot for me and I got to the point where I'm like, whoa, like I can't handle anymore. Like I felt like, not like in the sense of like the work, it's just the money that comes with it. Like, wow, it took me to a fucked up place, bro. Cause it was weird. And I was like, if I go for more, it's going to be like the amount of money, it's just going to be crazy. Like for a second, it fucked me up.
Much to digest.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did you do?
I stopped being a bitch and kind of fucking, it didn't go more, but like, I was like, I had to snap myself out of it, bro. It's an actual thing.
All right. So in the very moment though, that this is all sort of happening, I'm sure that if you're not prepared for it, it starts to come out in conversation. Like say you're talking with another customer and it's bringing you to a point where like all of a sudden you might not be doing your best in sales because you're holding back. You're being hesitant.
Mm-hmm. Because you're you don't want too much success.
You're too full.
Yeah.
There's no more space in your stomach for more. So I guess they fucked us, our parents, because they always they gave us that sense of like humility, right? Like be a little bit reserved. Always appreciate even just the little bit that you have, and don't go out fucking trying to savage and scrounge for fucking scraps when you just ate. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, and it what happens, like, in growing up, like I would never go for it because it's like, oh, I don't want to go for it. And then it's like you see people doing bigger things, and you're like, oh, how could they? Like they don't feel embarrassed. Fucking come on, dude.
And since when did you turn into fucking Donald Trump?
Yeah. And then they change gears. They do this like, see, and that's the shit we got, put into our heads. But I want to take it back to when something good does happen, right? Like you get a Porsche, get a duplex, an investment property, success, and talking about it, right? It becomes a thing where it's like, don't talk about it, right? But it's actually useful to talk about it because I have an aunt back in New York who has properties, has investments. Why wouldn't I talk to her about it?
All right, get some
tips.
Right.
And then another thing I want to talk about, we did not talk about this, me and you, at all. How about when things are going bad, right? When, Betty was having issues me and her were having issues getting pregnant, right? For years. It's like, oh, don't talk about that. Can't bring it up. Were you crazy? You can't say anything. You can't.
Well, what's the reason why? Why do they not because we're less human. Is that what it is?
It's like, I don't know. Why do you think? Because your parents would say the same thing for sure.
It's keep it in the house, keep it in the thing. Like,
it's embarrassing. Maybe it's like, oh, they think it's embarrassing. But to me, it's like, but what me and Betty did, we each told everybody. Like, if it came up, like, oh no, we can't. Fucking, we're trying. Like, oh, when you gonna have a baby? Oh, we can't. Like,
the problem is that so many people at this point now are just like they're so modern.
Yeah, where
but they still retain that state of mind. Like a lot of Armenians are in the state of mind that they can't share anything. They have to be discreet about everything, which is cool. I understand. Like
yeah, personal is personal, but
right, you shouldn't be putting your business out. But like legit, like you can share some stuff, man.
But think about this, bro. We're having the issue, right? With we were with getting pregnant. But if we didn't say anything, what if someone had like they went through and they had a success doing this one thing we didn't know about, right?
Like we could have been helped. We could have been helped by it.
Second thing is, what if the other person is going through that issue and is scared to talk about it, but now they know someone else is going through it? Like it's like, whoa, like we have something in common. Like let's brainstorm. And what if if you never told anyone you got a fucking Porsche, but someone's been dying, like someone younger than you is like, who looks up to you, let's say he's been dying to get a Porsche, and he's like, Ari, how'd you do it, man? Like you pump them up, right?
Exactly. Think about that. I hope that they do approach, man. It's annoying. It's annoying that some of these people, you humiliated, don't get it, don't do it.
You pump someone up, dude. Yeah. Like I'm pumped up.
No, I mean, like, listen, it's not like you got to really want a Porsche to even get it. Like, this is not one of like it's not like a Honda Accord. Like you got to like really want it type of thing.
Yeah.
I don't mean money wise. I'm talking like dude, like
the experience.
You could pretty much get away with just a fucking Mercedes E-Class. Like you don't need to get a Porsche. So that being said, though, there's ways to do it and there's ways not to do it. And yeah, exactly. You get it. You kind of tell the story a little bit, and people are like, "Wait a second, like that could be a possibility for me." And if the only people that they ever hear these things about from are fucking rich ass white dudes that don't even discuss lease payments on them, like it's never gonna happen. It's impossible. Like, no, dude, you got an Armenian kid that has one. Like, he'll tell you how to get your credit approved. He'll tell you how to like, dude, I did this all on my own. Porsche just doesn't just approve anybody here. Like, you can't just, I make $60K a year, live at home. I should be able to pay it.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to fucking reject you on that. So.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, if someone's like, damn, Shant has a couple of properties, like investments, like that fucking idiot. Like
how the fuck did he do it?
But it comes to the point where it kind of be like, oh wow, it's not this magical thing, right? Because that's how I got into it. Like where I saw people who are like very successful, have properties. I'm like, wait, it's not that hard. They're like, no, it's fucking stupid. Just fucking.
Let me reach out. So this poses a problem that Armenian parents are not really letting us address. It's okay. Keep it in. Don't look like an idiot.
Yeah, don't like tomorrow. Don't be with your shirt off,
standing on the roof,
looking the other way, like like
tough guy. So, what was I gonna say? So yeah, they're basically telling us, listen, go extreme, be humiliated. Don't tell anybody of your successes, but that fucks us in return because it's like, okay, like, listen, you could have said something. You could have opened up the gates to help somebody else, but you didn't. You posted the same fucking story that everybody else did just to keep up with everybody else. I graduated from college. I got engaged. I got married. I got this. I got that. You post... Most of the shit that we are proud about is the same shit that everybody else is proud about.
Yeah.
So the only time when we get to separate ourselves from others, we choose not to in order to not look weird, in order to not look out of place. However, most of the time we go about life doing this and we're almost humiliated to take risks because we don't want anybody finding out about our failure. So there's a twofold problem that I see in this.
That's a big one. Talk about that a little bit, man. Talk about the other side where it's, let's say you did your YouTube stuff, right? And it became shit. Now you embarrassed us.
Going through this right now. My mom wants to start a YouTube channel, and the one question that she keeps asking is the same one question that everybody else, even some of the younger girls that contact me, like my age, contact me asking me about YouTube advice. It's the same question that they keep on asking. It's like, dude, but don't like, do I look stupid? Like, don't I look stupid? Like, doesn't everybody like at first like tell you how stupid you look, or like, yo, but like I'm not good on camera. I'm like, what do you mean you're not good on camera? You're good in person. Why can't you be good on camera?
Yeah.
No, you don't understand. Like, I'm not good on camera. I get nervous because I'm like, no, you're getting nervous about what people are gonna think of you.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the trend across all, at least for Armenian women.
Yeah.
Because we've been told, be like everybody else. So the moment that you put yourself in a position of vulnerability, either high or low, you look like an idiot in their eyes, in your parents' eyes or your friends' eyes. But really, though, I think that when we do listen to this, when we do listen to all this stuff, we're limiting ourselves. Because I could post something up about my Porsche tomorrow, the next day, and I can get like 2 or 3 people in Boston like, wait a second. I thought you'd probably be really good at like Mercedes or like Hondas and Toyotas. I had no idea that
it could help your business.
Right. Like this kid knows how to do Hondas and he knows how to do Porsches. So like I don't work on just your everyday cars here. So it could help my business. In fact, I know it's going to help out my business because it's like a marketing thing. Like, dude, first of all, my business is doing good enough. Hold on one second. Can you stop? Fuck, man. Good. All right. I got it on my system. The word. Shut up. That's what they want. They don't want. Not Hans. He always has to fucking throw in some sort of like advice, you know what I mean? Unsolicited.
Yeah.
So I guess what I'm talking about is listen, you have this idea in the back of your mind that like, okay, like I'm gonna look stupid, right? But really though, you have no idea how genius this is for marketing yourself, because you're so focused on people that know you so well, their opinion of you slightly changing.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my take, man. Like us as any sort of ethnic norm that you have, it doesn't matter if you're just Armo, Lebanese people, same shit. They're built to compete. They're the exact opposite of Armos, right? Like we gotta flex. We gotta flex. We gotta go to church decked out in Dior because everybody else is doing it.
Yeah.
So that's just my take. I think it's warranted, and I somewhat agree that we should be a little bit conservative. However, I am not with the idea that you shouldn't do what you want to do. I think it's just a matter of not flexing.
Yeah, don't be a douche. Talk about the deal, right? Like how you got it, you did this. It's only going to help your business, bro. When I started talking about investments and talking about my Airbnb and this, like people started reaching out like, oh, you know about that? Like, can you help me? Yeah, I could fucking see. Like, but if I never posted that stuff, people weren't going to reach out to me.
Right. So I think it's definitely cool that we're in this position now. We realize this now, and going forward, you're about to have a couple kids. Sorry. You're about to have a kid, hopefully you'll have more soon after that. That'd be kind of cool. But I guess giving them that mindset, not in any way limiting their mind, that you shouldn't be striving for more than your friends, not comparing them to their friends.
No. Just
And
like, because I've been struggling with talking about this, right? Like to tell people, because I'm like, what if I don't do it? What if I, what if it's kind of weird? But, I'm going to tell you because I didn't tell you either. So like, having a son, right? Like having a boy next month, I'm going to buy him a fucking house, like an investment property for him.
that's sick.
So as he gets older, it's going to let him know this is yours, right? This is no college money here. Like, you can fucking come to me with that.
Yeah. You're on there.
Yeah. This is you. It's going to teach him, like responsibility, investing, like how to deal with people. Like it's just,
you go every fucking week and you mow that lawn because it's your fucking house.
Yeah.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah. Once he's like old enough, like he's like, yo, something's wrong with it. You're going to go. You're going to fix it.
Yeah. Can you paint? Can you paint the walls, bitch ass? I like that, man.
But that's something I've always thought about, and I'm just now I'm like, I'm gonna fucking tell people, like, well, what do I have to? And when I do it, I'm gonna talk about it, because then it's gonna maybe inspire other people to do it. Because someone inspired me when they told me they do that for all their kids. He's got 4 kids. Each kid has a house.
That's dope.
And that fucking thinged me, bro. I was like, oh shit, that's sick.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Fuck saving up for college.
Yeah. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. And then when I do it, I'm going to talk about it so other people could be like, oh, wow, that's a
genius.
Yeah. But if you don't talk about it, no one knows what the fuck's going on.
Hey, keep it a secret. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody anything. Don't try to inspire anybody. Just keep the status quo. You don't need that kind of heat.
Yeah. Or maybe someone's going to be like, no, dude, it's a bad idea. Do this. And it's like, oh, maybe I didn't think of that. And now it opens,
Wow. That's fantastic, bro. So yeah, just short and sweet, man. Like, don't worry about flexing and not looking like a douchebag. You're gonna look like a douchebag anyway.
Yeah.
Just don't try to keep shit a secret. Like, oh, you didn't say anything about the Porsche, but you pulled up to the Barantes in a fucking Porsche. So, like, why didn't you say something beforehand? Get it out of the way real quick instead of fucking with flashlights. Like, wait a second, what the fuck? Did Ari get a Porsche?
Yeah.
So, like, say something. Like, you got an investment property. Like, just, like, before, the tenant, it becomes like your friend comes because they want to rent out your place. Like, oh, you own this place? Yeah. You could have just announced it on Facebook. Guys, if anybody's looking for an apartment, I have one available, $1,600 a month, utilities included. Simple.
It's not that difficult, man. It's
parts out type of thing.
Can you watch the Jordan documentary so we could talk about it?
This conversation is there's going to be multiple parts to it.
Yeah.
It's being held back from wanting to succeed, getting over that, succeeding, and how to succeed and show people how you did it, not looking like a douchebag. I want there to be multiple parts in this. I think there's such a
and there's levels and there's levels to this shit. Like, we're on like level 1 here too. I don't know what the fuck you want to call it. Remember the video of my friend I sent you today?
Yes.
Yeah, like so we were at this. I'm not gonna say who it is because if he ever comes on, we were at this event, right? And he was sitting right next to me. We became really good friends, right? And there was an exercise where it talked about what you make a month to what you want to make a month, right? So he went to me. He's like, we were partners in it. He's like, what do you make in a month? Because there's tiers, and what tier you fall into. It's a whole thing, right? He looks at me. I mean, I was like tier 1.5, maybe like one to the thing. And I was like, hey, what about you? What do you make a month? Well, I'll say what I was making probably was like, what, 15 grand, right? A month, like, let's just say, right?
Right.
So I asked him, like, hey, what about you, man? Like, where are you at? And he's like, oh, just 85. I was like,
Just 85? Like the whole month, or
like 8,500, or he's like, no, 85,000. And I'm like, where the fuck are you trying to go? Like,
buddy, why are you here? Why shouldn't you be managing a company?
Shouldn't you be running the fucking event?
Yeah. But what? I'm confused.
Yeah,
are you
but
lying? Are you a liar? Pathological liar?
so like I was just like, oh, like, so there's levels to this, and like, trying to get there, man.
Yeah, that's beautiful, man.
When like my heart skipped a little bit hearing that, because you know what it was. I knew him. We never talked about fighting. Really fucking great guy, bro. Like, nicest person. Went to dinner, like, groups of us, like, we all hung out. And like, I'm like, shit, you made.
God damn.
Like, so now, but he inspired me, because now it's like, wow, it's possible. Like,
Make $1 million a year, really? Fuck. What is he, a doctor? Why was he at that event? Like,
he's a
triple
business owner.
doctor salary. Jesus Christ.
He's a business owner. I'm trying to get him on the podcast, man, because it school us a little bit here and there on some things.
Give us some money.
He was asking me how many followers, how many people watch, and I thought he was going to be like, "Do you want me to sponsor your show or something?" Like.
Yeah. Would he laugh at us? It's cute.
Oh, you have 7 people listening? Oh, that's cute.
Nice. Yeah, that's awesome. 7 people. So anyway.
But yeah, watch the Jordan documentary so we could talk about the evolution of it, and then we could talk a little about competition.
I'm looking forward to watching it. It sounds interesting. Hopefully during the long weekend, I'll do like a binge, like continue watching.
If you want to like go straight to like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If you like, if you don't see yourself going all 10 episodes, just go to number 7. But it's worth watching the whole thing.
Number 7? No, man. I'm just gonna listen to the whole thing.
Holiday weekend this weekend, man. Get to it.
I'm gonna remember some people this weekend. Memorial Day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's all I got today, man. We crushed the time. We still got 4 minutes to go, but that's all I got today.
Short and sweet. I'm telling you, it's just it was a very enjoyable podcast. Gonna try and not look like a douchebag in tomorrow's announcement.
I want to make 85,000 a month.
That's good stuff. Good night, Shant.
Good night, Ari and Saka.